Since the day the Redmi Note 3 has been announced in India, the Lay 1S and Redmi fans have been arguing and fighting over which one is the best. In this video, I'll try to put an end to this argument, at least in terms of real-world performance. With that being said, let's begin the speed and multitasking comparison between the Lay TV's Lay 1S and the Redmi Note 3. On my left is the Lay TV's Lay 1S with Helio X10 processor and 3 GB of RAM, while on my right is the Redmi Note 3 with Snapdragon 650 and 2 GB of RAM. So keep that in mind, this is not the 3 GB version. Let me just show you that both the devices are connected to the same Wi-Fi network that you can see here. I'll also show you the software version that both these devices have been updated to the latest firmwares. So everything is up to date, so there is no cheating here. And I'll also show you Google Play Store on both the devices. So first just check out the firmware, so very latest. And this is the Google Play Store, and all the applications that we are going to test have been updated to the latest versions. So no old applications running here. And I'll clear all the RAM on both the devices, and I'll also show you the available RAM. And out of 2 GB, the Redmi has got 852 MB free, while the Lay 1S has got 1 GB out of 3 GB free. So that is not much of a difference. So let's begin our first test, that is the app opening speed test. Let's start off with some inbuilt applications. So dialer app, same time. Messaging application, same time once again. Calendar, the Lay 1S was slightly faster, but it might be due to human error. Again, same time for the clock, and let's open calculator. Same time once again. The Redmi Note 3 was marginally faster, again might be due to human error. So let's open Amazon. And as you can see, both the devices loaded Amazon application at the exact same time. So very neck and neck competition here. While opening Flipkart, definitely it was the Redmi Note 3. So currently the Redmi Note 3 is leading. And while opening Facebook, definitely it was the Lay 1S. So 1-all. And while opening Twitter, it was the Redmi Note 3 again. Let's open WhatsApp. Same time for both the devices. Google Maps, and this time it was the Redmi Note 3. Let's open YouTube. Both the devices are taking their own time, but the Lay 1 is the first to load it up. The Redmi Note 3 is still loading, so it was far behind the Lay 1S in this application. Let's open Gmail, and it was the Redmi Note 3 this time. So very tough competition between both the devices. While opening Google Play Store, definitely it was the Redmi Note 3. Let's open camera application, and the Redmi Note 3 is the first to open it up. So moving ahead, let's open Subway Surfer. And both the devices are taking their own time to load it up. And I think the Redmi Note 3 will be the first to load it up as it is looking ahead. But the Lay 1S is catching up, but it is the Redmi Note 3 which is the first to load Subway Surfer's applications. Now let's move on to our next test, that is the multitasking speed test. We are going to open all the apps running in the background and check whether these devices reload them or they have it in their memory. So we'll also check the RAM management through this test. So let's open one application that we previously opened, and it will be Amazon. So both the devices are reloading this application. It's really sad because the Lay 1S was fantastic in RAM management, but the recent update has goofed up everything. And if Lay TV is watching this, better fix this issue. And again, with the Redmi Note 3, the RAM management seems to be very poor with this device. And 2 GB of RAM is not less, guys. And while opening Flipkart, the Redmi Note 3 reloaded it, but the Lay 1 has had it in memory. So let's open a few more applications to check the real world multitasking capabilities of these devices. So let's open Facebook. And again, as you can see, the Redmi is reloading it. The Lay 1 has had it in memory, but it took its own time to show it up. So let's open another application here. So as you can see here, while opening Google Maps 2, the Redmi Note 3 is reloading it while the late TV Lay 1S had in memory. This is not due to the 3 gigabytes RAM versus the 2 gigabytes RAM. I've seen devices with lesser RAM performing better in multitasking. And if you've seen my videos of Meizu M2 with 2 gigabytes of RAM, that device really performs really good. So this is all due to the RAM management of the user interface, and Xiaomi really has to work it up, because even the Mi 5, their flagship device, has got RAM management issues and it reloads all the applications. So really bad RAM management from Xiaomi, and I'm really disappointed with this device. This is certainly not acceptable in 2016. So I'm using Google Chrome on both the devices, and I'm clearing all the browsing history on both of them to be fair and honest. And I'll try to open gsmarena.com, and I'll try to click on all the links together at the exact same time, so that we get an idea which device is faster at internet browsing. So make sure to keep an eye on the blue top bar, and so that you know which device actually loads up the whole web page first. So we've clicked on gsmarena.com's link, and both the devices are taking their own time to load it up. So make sure to keep an eye on this top bar here, the blue bar. And as you can see, the Lay 1S was the first to load it up. So 1 point in the favor of Lay 1S. Let's open this link. Again, keep an eye on this blue bar here. And this time it was the Redmi Note 3, so 1 all. Let's open a few more links. So this time again it was the Redmi Note 3. Let's open a few more. This time it was the Lay 1S. So very neck and neck competition here, even in the internet browsing speed test. And let's open a few more links now. So this time it was the Redmi Note 3. Let's open one link. And this time it is the same time for both the devices. So let's open one last link before we head over to the results. And this time it is the Redmi Note 3. So now it is time for the results. In our first test, that is the app opening speed test, the Xiaomi Redmi Note 3 was the clear winner, as it opened 7 applications faster than the Lay 1S, while the Lay 1S could manage only 2 applications faster than the Redmi Note 3. The second round, that is the multitasking speed test performance round, was a disaster for the Redmi Note 3, all thanks to its MIUI operating system. The RAM management is really very bad, and such kind of performance from a device costing 10,000 Indian rupees in 2016 and having 2 gigabytes of RAM is certainly not acceptable. So in our last and final test, the Redmi Note 3 again bounced back into competition and defeated the Lay 1S in internet browsing speed test. And that being said, the overall winner of this competition is the Redmi Note 3. Make sure to check out the description of this video for more such speed tests. If you found this video helpful, do give it a thumbs up. Let me know your views in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe.